Lewis, use your first aid kit.
You'll be okay.
Thanks.
Hold on. I'm gonna heal you.
Get on the left! There's the hospital. You call this a zombie apocalypse? Don't hold a candle to the great zombie attack of '57. Russell!
Nice shot.
This way, kid!
I'm about to fall off this thing! Ow! Ow!
Cover.
I'm slipping! Pull me!
I'm coming.
Bro. Like, can I get an expert lobby, man? Fucking trash people, bro. This game is too old to be playing on normal. But then when I play PUBG, oh, everybody's a pro. Can't get a break. No normal players on PUBG.
Oh no.
And that was cool. We
Yeah.
need to find
Now I'm, what, lagging? So I have to shoot him 8 times.
I'm slipping! Pull me up!
I love how they all spawn right here. Beautiful. Bro. Let's do this one. No. Okay, it says there's a lobby advance, one game in progress that's open that I can join. I join it, it puts me in the fucking lobby as a leader, an empty lobby. What the fuck is this glitch and why hasn't it been? I guess I'm not playing Left 4 Dead. You got one single expert lobby and it's modded. You got an advanced lobby that seems like has invisible lag. It's like you shoot someone like 3 times before it registers. People slam the door in your face. You got another advanced lobby that doesn't exist even though it does exist. And then the rest are normal. Let's watch Rainbow Six.
For the attack to begin, they should be very confident, very comfortable. This is a map where they're undefeated since I think Leo said EWC last year, which is a very, very long time ago. So it's going to be a difficult prospect for Dark Zero, but they've got to be up for it in the task. They've got to at least be competitive. This can't be a 7-0, 7-1 kind of match. If they lose 7-4, 7-5, they can maybe hold their heads high, but ultimately then you get nothing from the game at all. So you've got to go for the win.
So, yesterday when Dark Zero played this, they were able to take 3 rounds on their defense, and then otherwise everything else came up Raza Company. Can they try and push themselves to a bit more success? It was actually only down in the basement that they couldn't get anything else, taking ones in bar, kitchen, and back in bar. And they've opted to start there instead of trying to play one of the more traditional first sites where they went, where they had their sort of limited success. The take over the top, the Blackbeard making their appearance here. Obviously with changes, they can be the most terrifying point man in the right hands, but at the same time, they've also still got the tradition of watching angles. Good use of the Flores drone, good use of removing the back end of the bulletproof, give themselves some options and remove the eyes inside the sight so you can be a bit more of a surprise. The surprise might be just where the first strike comes from. The keeper barricades trading places with bullets, but otherwise still no take. It's just eating through procedural utility here from the side of playS.
Of course, one of the storylines that developed on Labs was the improved performance from Kobe. This is where it's like, can you have that consistency now? Is it just a one-off? You know, was it just a really stellar performance on Labs, but then back to kind of the median for him? So I'm curious to see, can Kobe bring that same form to Chalet? Can players like Pamazoo and Bolo improve from Labs? So those are the things to look for when it comes to Dark Zero. As for BDS, you know, they were pretty much faultless on Labs. All 5 players incredibly performed. EPS levels 110 plus for all 5 players, Emmett. I mean, that is staggering. there were 3 players on the side of DZ that were all below 70. So that's a huge gap in terms of team performances. 60 seconds left as BDS getting their checklists done. And I imagine they're going to start to put the pressure on. One outside of the Rappel, big window. Kobe in a very precarious position. One on the window, one down below. Lost his life striker with the opening kill of the round. It was a trade, though, immediately backed by NJR, who is still low on the Legion. But time starts to become somewhat of a factor as Hughes is trying to put the shield away temporarily on the Blackbeard. Gets the kill onto what was a low health NJR. Advantage now for BDS.
Well, the fight happens over the top of the stairs and they scream their way down towards Trophy, and it's a 4 versus 2. They don't really have direct control of anything, but it hasn't really stopped them. A beautiful shot from Bolo on the back line of half wall with Nafe still operating underneath. They're luring them in, but fortunately for them, Hughes had gone a little bit further along Nafe. 20 seconds to hold off. It's not impossible. If he's able to just sort of pip the planter and get a surprise moment here, BDS could fall away. And, well, he sees a Blackbeard, and that's the worst possible person to see. That will read the information. Great take on the first. He's not able to get
his head was showing
the rip of it. I mean, it's easy for us with the outlines. Who knows what he saw? But I want to take us back just a moment. Did he just say... Hang on, did Shaka just say English? Hello there.
Hello there, mate.
I'm so sad that I talked over that by accident. If I knew that was... if I had a time machine, I would go back in time and stop myself from talking over that. But anyway, the first kill came from a player inside the site shooting up through the vertical, right? First of all, how is he in this position and what the hold is and what was known about that? Great opportunity sniffing out by sort of BDS to get the response. But it's also what was going on with Bolo and the run out. He was sort of frequently putting pressure on towards the Blackbeard, hang on the double window, but at the same time, I think it was NJR just sort of rotates in with his back towards the window. And maybe it was to try and buy the player the space to get into that operating. Maybe it was to try and force the player off the rappel, but it just sort of gave users an easier fight. Ultimately in the end of it. And, you know, a couple of things I'm a little bit curious about what they were trying to achieve. Well, I have a little OBS medic.
Yeah, I saw that. That's nice. I like to see that. I kind of wish we had easy instead, but medics will do.
Really? You prefer easy to medics?
Absolutely.
The Dutch disappointment over the Croatian sensation?
Yep. The Dutch... They just whispered in my ear. No, I love medics.
Yeah, I mean, I love all of our observers.
Nah, not Sky.
What? Well, he's the Australian one. You're allowed to say that. 2 minutes.
Well, I mean, honestly, with the way that round played out, BDS... Oh, hang on. Let me hold that for a moment.
He was baiting the sound there.
Well, it depends if Nafe wants to get aggressive. It's a good little bait with the Claymore. He's on the Solar, so you can obviously see it full well.
He's being watched above as well. Look to his top right. I'm not sure who that is, but they are eagerly waiting. It's Liquefact is watching that door like a hawk.
Oh, baited, son. You've just been sunned. Nafe gets caught, thinks he's got the upper hand on the Solus, knows the Claymore's there. Also knows, because Eustace is on the Rappel, big window in towards bedroom, he senses that it may not be watching it and putting a lot of faith in that Claymore. Well, he's got more faith in Liquefact to get that kill really nicely executed from BDS, and that's just the difference. They're just playing on a different level.
It's the second time they've been able to get the entry in a row as well. You remove the Solace from what is a pretty familiar bit of run-out territory. And cleanly, as you said, no real content.
Oh, here we go. And again, bro. Is something wrong with me? Am I just imagining this, that it says there's a game here? Or... Bro, like, this is making this game unplayable, right? I'm losing my patience. Best game ever created, but it's this one issue just pisses me off so much. Is there a game or is there not a game? It's a very simple code. Very simple coding. It's either there or it's not.
The Claymore is still standing after the end of it as well. There is a bit of a slowdown from some of the goo mines, but otherwise, BDS, they've got some light control here, eyes on towards top of the white stairs itself. There's a full lock on the side.
You know what? Actually, yeah.